Hopefully I don't end up having nightmares when I go to sleep when I get home after this shit.
Hi, welcome to Hot Steaks and Hotter Takes with Robert Gresham. Today's guest is Keith Cameron. He's a hilarious comic here in Portland, runs a great show over at the Murder Inc. Tattoo Parlor once a month. Hey, let's jump right in and get to it. Hi Keith, thanks for coming on in.
Thanks for having me here, man.
Alright, well, let's begin with some preheated questions.
Let's do this.
Well, are you from Portland or did you move here?
No, I was born in San Diego. I moved when I was 6 to Georgia, and I ended up moving out to Portland almost 3 years ago.
Oh, what prompted the move?
Actually, I got a job working as a roofer in Georgia, and we went to Salt Lake City for a little bit, and then we went to Portland. And we actually went to Portland the weekend weed became legal out here for recreation.
So it changed the game.
Well, they decided to smoke at work, and we're doing roofing jobs, and nobody knew that there was a school like a couple 100 feet.
Oh my. So
Cops got called, everybody got fired. Luckily, I had a buddy who lived out here, and yeah, so I'm staying, and here I am.
Were you already doing comedy at the time?
Yeah, I started in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Atlanta was the birthplace of me doing comedy.
So how long altogether would you say you've been performing?
Close to 4 years.
Wow. I'm glad you live in Portland.
Yeah.
What do you hate the most about being here?
The lack of manners, probably.
Oh.
Like, I would say please and thank you, yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Southern.
Yeah, and you know, like, I don't know. It's just people are a lot colder out here, I've noticed. Like, there's not a lot of...
We're chilly.
Yeah. And and also I like how the South, if like we hated you, it was just up front. Just like you knew if somebody from the East Coast does not like you.
Out here, be hard here.
Out here, you would go to 18 birthday parties with somebody, but they've hated you for 17 of those years.
Yeah, I think most of my high school friends are like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Jones Race.
So, shout out to the bully.
Yeah. No, they're not bullies. It's my oldest, dearest friends. Just miss them. So what inspired you altogether?
Sweet.
Oh, thanks.
Around your soft spot.
Yeah. What inspired you altogether to start stand-up comedy? Was it calling? Did you ever get dared?
Alright, so I was dating this chick, and she took me to my first like local. I think I've been to a few comedy shows, like bigger names. But then I went to my first local show, and I ended up hanging out with a couple comics afterwards, drinking and smoking, and cracking them up. And then I reached a certain level of drunk that I was trying to impress a chick I was already with, like, which is a real dumb reason to do anything.
I actually have heard that is one of the primary motivations for a lot of
for love,
trying to be
for
funny
love.
for
right,
yeah,
right. But yeah, and then I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, Mike. Sure, sign me up. And then he was like, well, just got you up for tomorrow. And he just texted somebody, and I'm like, oh, all right.
Nice.
So nervous that first time. So I did too much coke.
Right before, or just
right before. There's
next
a guy.
Otherwise, you're all day long.
There was this show that was like a Monday show at a brewery in Atlanta that was everybody went to, and then there was an open mic later that night. There was a really small little venue, but it was kind of like not bragging rights. What's the word I'm looking for? Like you kind of had to do it. Kind of like the Brody or one of those later mics, later grind mics. You know, where you're okay, so 11:30, and I'm 10 more people up ahead of me. Those kind of mics on Monday. No, so I did way too much, because this guy that was friendly with all the comics, oh, you're doing comedy for the first time? I'm like, yeah, here, do a little bit of coke. I'm like, sure, I'll do a little bit, and then he put an ignorant amount.
And if your first time not doing any drug, you're I guess that's how much you do.
There was 3 people in the audience. My first joke was one of the dumbest jokes I've ever written, and I still kind of use it.
Tell us the joke.
It's raise your hand if you pee in the shower, and I did that the other day, and my girlfriend got super mad. She said, I'm taking a bath, and it was my very first joke I ever wrote, and it got laughs, and then I was like, I'm on a lot of coke, now people are looking at me, I don't like this. And I said some weird joke about the host, and then I got off stage in 45 seconds. It was a really weird interaction for my first time doing comedy. But I went back the next week.
Well, that's kind of what drives you if you keep going back. All right. Tell us something about yourself that most people don't know.
I am a father. I have a 10-year-old son. I don't really talk about it that much because it's kind of one of those few personal things I want to play close to the chest. Not there. There's some stuff that happened in when back in Georgia, and essentially it's just one of those sore subjects that's like.
Yeah. So not a lot of jokes.
No, because he's just a really good kid, and even though all kids can be dickheads, he's a really good kid.
Huh.
So there's.
I meant more about you being a dad. Not like jokes.
Again, like I'll talk about a lot of other facets of my life, but I'm gonna play close to my chest. Like not everybody needs to know everything.
Oh, yeah. What makes you angry?
Okay, alright, so irrational shit. Like, I have anxiety and borderline personality disorder. Mm-hmm. So, like, things that should make me very angry, like crappy housing situations or lack of income or something, I'm like, just accept it. But then I found myself yelling at somebody for being on their phone while driving while I'm hitting a goal while driving. And I'm like, why am I getting mad at you for...
keep your eyes on the road.
Right. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, look at this piece of shit on the cell phone pro Instagram. I don't even like that. So, like, real irrational stuff makes me angry. But it also... I get angry at myself for things that I shouldn't. Like, doing comedy... even if I crush or I do or whatever, a set goes exactly the way I want it to, it never goes the way I want it to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It always, I beat myself up so consistently, so like a lot of my anger is like
internal.
Like I really hate who I am, but I don't. It's kind of one of those things, like my brain works against me on a consistent basis. So like even if I do well, it's like I could get anybody under the sun to be like, that was a great sentiment. You know what I'm talking about, idiot. Like, yeah.
You're like, you didn't hear me hiccup that one.
Right, or
I fucked up the last joke and you hear that.
Yeah, like, sped through that punchline. No, stop.
I know that one.
Yeah.
So, how do you like your steak cooked?
Okay, probably, depending on the type of cut, I go from anywhere from, like, medium rare to, like, medium. But, so what are we working with today?
We're dealing with, some super cheap petite sirloin steak because our budget here at Hot Steaks is not so well, but you can appreciate that. Follow us on Patreon. You know, maybe get some better cuts up in this piece. So petite sirloin, it's just regular sirloin steak.
Okay, so probably let's go medium.
Medium? All right, let's get right to it.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is.
All right. How's everything looking?
It looks beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. Also a little sketchy, but beautiful.
It's a little scary. It's meant that I've color coded it. It's a green to red, just like the stop signs. I think that's the colors, right? So what we'll do is dig in on this first one. This is a medium heat, our lowest level.
Okay.
And after you get that piece kind of working around in there, I'll ask you your first question.
Sure.
Excited for you to be here. Right. How would you describe your comedy style using 3 movie titles?
Oh man. Let's see. Probably Fish Called Wanda.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Michael Palin.
Well, Starsky and Hutch. The new one, it was campy, but it was okay. It was okay. It's acceptable. And, little bit of Fruitvale Station, because I do touch on dark stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not that fucked up, but
but in the territory of it's like this might go to a place you don't want.
It's like, oh, that got weird quick.
So you wanted medium, so I was hoping I didn't get too done there because medium
it's perfect.
sometimes be a question. Excellent. All right. Well, how's it tasting so far?
This one's fine.
Excellent. It definitely leaps, so I don't take.
Yeah, it has a lingering spice, but not enough to like I know this one's gonna be fucking disrespectful, but this one's okay. This one's okay.
All right, well, who are two of your comedy influences?
Kyle Kinane, one of them.
Nice. You seen his new one on Netflix?
I have not. I just heard about that today, so I'm gonna check it out tonight.
Fantastic.
I heard good things.
It is fantastic. Good call there.
I also Chad Daniels. Not a lot of people know that.
Oh, okay.
He's where I want to get with storytelling.
Oh.
Like he can take a situation with him and his kid and make it 45 minutes, but do enough jokes in between that it doesn't seem like it, but it is all. And it's kind of cool.
He definitely has a great little way he patterns it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, excellent.
But it'll also drop really dark stuff in between. Like I can work clean, but I just kind of prefer to, like I prefer to work like I enjoy my comedy. Like dark cool.
It's like clean comics don't enjoy it.
Yeah, say something weird. I mean, not too weird, obviously, but yeah.
Excellent. Moving on to the second piece. Hope that first one was good for you.
It was. I feel the sinuses
started
clearing. Right.
Well, we definitely need that during this switch of the seasons.
Right.
So you ever been in jail or in prison?
That laugh doesn't answer it. Yes, I have.
All right. You want to share with us any cool reasons why, or is it something that we should do our own background checks on?
Okay. No, it's not any cool reasons. That's the thing about it. It's always been like dumb shit. Like, oh, we violated your probation because you were an hour late with probation. Hey,
gosh.
Like,
yeah,
I'm in traffic and I told you and you said, okay. Like, no, it was like weed and a theft charge that got dropped by the person it was against, but the state was like, no.
Yeah, we could still do it if we
They took a misdemeanor to a felony and I didn't have good representation. It could have been a lot less dumb than it was.
All right, well, we've all got spots that we help us grow. So
Or scars for life. Whatever. Tomato.
You have 12 hours to participate in the purge.
Oh, no.
How do you spend it?
That's a good question. Because I don't know if I could kill anybody or I would kill anybody. But definitely, I would just fuck some shit up. Like, my old
General Mayhem.
Like, my old high school, I wasn't a fan of it. Like, after hours, I would glue all the doors shut. Like, I wouldn't do anything that would, like, hurt anybody, just, like, cause a disruption after it's over. Because
that
during
glues
it,
the
it's
door
good.
shut's great. My best friend's brother, he used to glue the doors locked at our high school all the time, to the point where when it would occur, they just knew who it was. Thousands of dollars in damages.
There was a senior prank in my high school that somebody brought. There was, like, a little farm, there was a bunch of sheep lived. And they, like, stole the sheep and brought them and put them in, like, the courtyard.
Only in Georgia, right?
Right.
All right, getting through the second one pretty good. Is it kicked up enough, or is it?
Oh, yeah, no, it's, I don't like, that one looks angry. That one's looking at me angrily.
All right, from the following list: Louis C.K., T.J. Miller, Aziz Ansari, and Bill Cosby. Who's the least funny?
Who's the least funny? Aziz. You don't gotta yell your punchlines all the time. You don't have to do that. Like, tell a joke where you don't have to raise your voice. Like,
He oversells.
mm-hmm.
I got that.
He's the used car salesman of comedy. He is He is what Dane Cook used to be.
That's great. All right. Pepsi or Coke?
Cane or drink?
Either.
No,
mostly the drink.
I grew up in the South, so Coke.
All right. No, the answer is Jolt Cola. It's always Jolt Cola. It's all the sugar with twice the caffeine. Really got through that other piece. One last question before we start a joke challenge. Y'all set?
Yeah.
All right. Are numbers real objects, or do they simply describe relationships that necessarily exist in all structures?
The numbers?
Yeah, are numbers real? Like think about it. Are they actually
numbers are real if you want them to be. Like, at the end of the day, if you want something to be real enough, it's going to be.
Like Freddy Krueger.
Numbers, religion, fears, phobias. Yeah.
Plato would agree with you. Plato said that numbers are objects.
I thought you were saying you had Play-Doh, and I'm like, yeah, let's get juvenile here.
My son got it all under the carpet. All right.
Dries really quickly, doesn't it?
It
Like,
does.
really
Oh my
quickly.
goodness.
Like, real quickly.
Too quick. All right, now we're going to start up our Would You Rather challenge.
Do I need a steak real quick?
Yeah, I'd like you to take a huge bite of
A
that steak.
huge bite of this intimidating steak. This steak looks like the bully that used to make fun of me in high school. Oh, fucking alright.
All right. Would you rather strangle a pit bull puppy
I am.
or cure a child of cancer by molesting them?
Oh my god. Well, God, see, you can't just spring those two questions on somebody.
And yet, we just did.
Right, and you got away with that. Okay. It's the only. I love dogs. You can't, and pit bulls. I guess I would molest a child. I don't want to say that too loud, but I guess I would go. I mean, like, to what severity?
See, now you're on.
Like, to what severity? Like,
enough to
do I
where they
just say
remember it
something
for their whole
uncomfortable
lives.
as shit to him?
Hey, how you
Can I go
molest
like-
kids is up to
Oh, fuck. Alright.
you. All right, suck it up. How was that piece?
It wasn't as bad as I thought, but also... Oh, there it is. No, we don't need to spice it up. There it is.
All right.
There it is. Oh, shit.
Would you
Okay.
rather strangle a pit bull puppy
Once again...
or only be able to eat living spiders?
The spiders. Why are you so hell-bent on me trying to strangle a pit bull puppy?
Not you. Everyone. All right, final. Would you rather? Would you rather strangle a pit bull puppy or watch your parents have sex every single day, knowing the only way you can stop it is by joining in once?
Hi, Mom and Dad. I don't know my real mom, so does that count?
I think you just loopholed this
I
question.
loopholed the shit out of that question. I don't even know
There's
my
some
real mom.
safe puppies around this time.
Yes.
Good
Safe
job.
puppies, guys. Safe
All right, and
puppies.
managed to get through the hot
Ooh,
piece.
I am
How was it?
sweating though. I am sweating on my back and my neck a little bit.
Excellent.
The
Well, while
second one was way hotter than the first.
I had to go out longer. I think there's more pieces there. A little
Maybe
bit
your
of a
mom's sex tape?
trick. If she was lucky.
She doesn't get a name for it.
Yeah. It's like waitress
Or
4.
an extra 2. But she's the star. No,
Cocky
she's not.
6. All right, Keith. Well, yeah, I'm glad you made it through the stage.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. So you let the people know where your social medias are. They can follow you.
You can find me on Facebook. I don't really use Twitter, but I'm trying to get back on it. So at The Constant Comic, I'm going to be up in Seattle for the Hilarious Festival doing a roast show. So I get to roast people to their face. Unlike this chicken shit way, Robert. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Oh, catch me at Murder Inc. Tattoo shop show every month.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
That's awesome.